Hello students. In last lecture we have dealt with the rural development concept. What is the development? What is growth? What is rural development? And what is the significance? What is the significance of different rural development programs in the poverty elevation in the India? And today a very important topic related to this topic is the we are going through this topic, that how the extension evolved and how the rural development become the integral part of this extension program, extension education. Okay, so let us start the topic. We will cover the topic pre-independent and rural development programs. And first of the genesis of extension, from where the extension arises, from where it is originated and how it will evolve. We all know that the term extension education was first used by the Cambridge University in 1873. Later on, Land Grant College in USA formally established the agricultural extension work. Okay, and on the basis of this Land Grant College, we have used this concept for the establishment of our first agricultural university, which was established in the Pantnagar. In 1928, there is Royal Commission on Agriculture, and on the recommendation of this Royal Commission of Agriculture, ICR, means Imperial Council of Agricultural Research, was established in 1929. Then what are the early extension activities, if anybody asks? Basically in this chapter we will deal with the actually we are categorizing this evolution period in 4 stages: the pre-independent eras, then post-independent eras, and then the era of community development and national extension services. And after this, there are a lot of intensive agricultural development programs are coming, implemented in the India. Agriculture means not only agriculture, it is agriculture development, horticulture development, animal husbandry development. There are a lot of programs were came, and we have to deal with this. Okay. Then if we're talking about the pre-independent era, that is the 1866, means when the extension first come in the existence, and up to the 1947, there are many sporadic efforts by different founders of the societies. Different societies work in different sporadic area of the India for the rural development. Okay, so first we take the one by one. In the stage 1, pre-independence era, how actually, if you see, there are a lot of famines are came in India, and there are very important impact of this famine that British government think about the development, although just for the revenue purpose, but they think about the development of agriculture in the India. Between 1800 and 1825, it was reported that there were 5 famines. Between 1825 to 1815, 2 famines. Between 1850 to 1875, 6 famines. And between 1875 to 1900, 18 famines in different part of country. This famines spurred the government into action. The Famine Commission of, as a result of this, the Famine Commission of 1880, 1898 and 1901 were came, and they, after their recommendation, some improvement, we can say a kind of improvement in, or a kind of formalized improvement were done in the Indian agriculture sector. As if we see the, as a result of Famine Commission 1866, Imperial Agricultural Department was established in June 1871. After the Famine Commission 1898, there is establishment of Imperial Department in most states. Then Famine Commission of 1900 will come. It is, we can say, it is one of the biggest milestone in the Indian agricultural sector development or rural development program. when the Imperial Agriculture Research Institute was established at Pusa, Bihar, which was further get transferred to the New Delhi, but still this Imperial Agriculture Research Institute, which was this time it is called Indian Agriculture Research Institute, IRI. It is still present in a place that is Pusa at Bihar, sorry, at New Delhi. After this commission, many agriculture colleges in Pune started in different part of country. Then Institute of Agriculture Research established in 1905. After that, Royal Commission on Agriculture came in 1928, and after the recommendation of this Royal Commission on Agriculture, the ICR was established. At that time, it was Imperial Council of Agricultural Research in 1929, and further it was converted to, it is named after independent Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Then if you see in the pre-independence era, means in the British India, there are many individual or sporadic efforts were done. These are a listing of these efforts. Like first one is the schemes of rural reconstruction by the Daniel Hamilton in 1903. Then Servant of India, Indian Society, Gopal Krishna Gokhale in 1905. Then rural reconstruction work by the Christian Mission in 1914. Then Economic Conference by the Mysore, Dr. M. Visvesvaraya, 1914 to 18. Then Gurgaon experiment, it is very important experiment by the F.L. Bryan, 1920. Sri Niketan project by the Thakur Rabindranath Tagore, 1921. Marthandan attempt by Spencer Hatch, 1921. Sevagram attempt by the Mahatma Gandhi, 1923. The Indian Village Services by the A.T. Moser and B.N. Gupta in 1945. And Firka Development Scheme by the Madras by Prakasam in 1946. These are the different individual sporadic efforts we can say. Actually, these sporadic efforts we can say these are milestones, and they are making a base on which the India's we can say actually everyone learn about the failures of these sporadic efforts. They studied these efforts, and on the basis of these efforts, the India's new development programs rural development program was constituted after the independence. First one is the scheme of rural reconstruction, 1903. It is by the Daniel Hamilton, and their experiment in the model village with cooperative line. They want to establish a model village with a cooperative line. Their work was in the Sundarban Delta of the Bengal. Their objective of this program was to cooperative marketing, training to the villages in cottage industries. Basically, their work on the cottage industry. Then what is the different limitation? That this program was without financial support. They don't have a lot of financial support. There is financial crisis there. Then area of operation was small. Okay, was just a very pocket. Although this is the limitation existed with many development program, pre-independence programs. Then limited activities, less involvement of the pupils, and staff were untrained. Their staff were untrained. The next one is the Servant of Indian Society in 1905. It was established by the Gopal Krishna Gokhale in Pune with the objective of socio-economic and educational activities and training centers and published booklets so that people make aware about their activities. The major limitation of their program and of this program is the lack of finance, lack of involvement of people, and untrained staff. Then rural reconstruction by the Christian Mission in 1914. There was a Christian college at Lahore and Nagpur which was involved in this mission, and Allahabad Agricultural Institute also involved this. Then mission hospital is spread throughout the country. Agricultural demonstration center at Marthandam, Ramnathpuram and Patancheri. institute like YMCA and YWCA in rural areas established. What does it mean? YMCA means young man Christian Association. Likewise, Young Women Christian Association was established, and this group efforts were done so that literacy can be, people get more literate, they get better medical facilities, better healthcare facilities, and rural construction. So objective, and these points are also seen, we can understood with the objectives of this program, that is to spread literacy, to provide medical services and rural reconstruction. Then Gurgaon experiment in 1920. It was one of the biggest milestone in the rural development, and the Gurgaon experiment was a landmark in the history of rural reconstruction in India. It was a pioneer effort. Actually, it is a pioneer in the field and was marketed and was marked by the several novel methods which had not been previously tried anywhere on the considerable scale, especially under government. F.L. Bryan took charge of this district because F.L. Bryan is the deputy commissioner of the Gurgaon, and at the end of in this time, means 1920, and they talked and he took charge of this district. He was struck by the miserable condition of the people, by their lack of health, primitive methods of agriculture, animal husbandry, ignorance, wastefulness of their social customs, and the depressed state of their women, and took more than an official view of the situation. He lost no time in the initiating an uplift campaign, and this was generally known as the Gurgaon experiment. Basically, so it is called Gurgaon experiment. This program was started with the objective of to jerk the villagers out of his old group, okay, to convince improvement, to kill his fatalism, to teach better way of living and farming. They give the concept of village guide. Basically, they give the concept of village guide. The machinery employed to carry out the program was manned mainly by the volunteer organizations and paid village guided. Okay, the main burden of the work fell on the guides, and they constituted the main spring of the uplift campaign. The central idea behind the appointment of these village guides, was to provide a single agency to whom the villagers could turn for advice. Okay, and these guides resides within their respective village and propagated the whole concept of the village regeneration. They attended to the variety of jobs such as agriculture, public health, educational propaganda, etc. There was 65 guides, and some of them maintained notebook for each village separately, in which a page was devoted to for a single family. So it is a family-centric approach. So initially create desire for improvement, then launch innovation. Then what is the major limitation of this program? Is the village guides were not technical men, okay, and inexperienced and untrained. Then entirely dependent on a single person. Everything is dependent on a single person. We give the concept, means if one person is untrained, unskilled, they are not technical man, we give a lot of responsibility to that single person. So he is the overburden. Then scheme was taken by order of one superior office. So very little permanent improvement was made. The work lost its momentum as soon as the central figure was transferred from the place. If one is get transferred, then okay, the impact of the whole work he has done in that previous posting was get lost. The work lost its momentum in this way. Then the attempt was limited to a very few villages only. This is the Gurgaon experiment. Then Sriniketan project in 1920, it was by the Rabindranath Tagore with help of L.K. Alhurst in the Kaligram Pargana. This project was established with the objective to create interest of the rural welfare, to study rural problems and its solution in action, to help villagers to develop resources, to improve villages sanitation. Then what are their approaches? Their work for approaches: creating a spirit of self-help, developing village leadership, organizing village scout. They given the concept of Brati Balika. These are the village scouts. Then establishing training centers for handicrafts and demonstration center at Santiniketan. Then what are the different limitations for this? The institute did not get much help from the government and no research work could be conducted. So this is a financial crisis. The work was confined to 8 villages only. Again, it is very sporadic. The program was also organized by a single person. Okay. The next one is the Marthandam attempt. This program was founded by the Dr. Spencer Hatch in 1921 at the Marthandam. It is a place in Tamil Nadu near the Kanyakumari. And this program was started with the objective of mental, spiritual, physical, economical, and social development. For this purpose, they established, they making a group of the young people, young men. Basically, they form the young group of 2 different, means for men they are separate group, that is that was known as a Young Men Christian Association, YMCA, and for women that is Young Women Christian Association. So their efforts was done through the YMCA and YWCA. Then they create different demonstration centers. They turned it as a chief powerhouse. They believe that if we demonstrate in technology to the farmers, they will get very easily modified. We can create a change, behavioral change, as we demanded. Then keynote of center is the self-help with intimate expert council. Like the different previous efforts, this program also has some limitations like lack of funds and government backing, no continuous contact with the villagers, and one more important is the program was sponsored by the religious institution and hence cooperation of the village was very partial. Okay, so that's why its approach is very limited. The impact area of this program is also very limited. Next one is the Sevagram attempt, 1923, by the Mahatma Gandhi at Sevagram, Wardha district. It is in the Maharashtra. This attempt was started with the objective of to provide services to unprivileged, to achieve self-dependency, to provide basic education, to organize training to develop cottage industry and removal of untouchability, stressing women education, and preaching communal unity. Okay. The major limitation of this Sevagram attempt was there is no well-defined method for, although they have a lot of objectives, but how to achieve the objective, there is no well-defined methods. Okay. And second one is the Gandhi set a very impractical, or we can say very set a very high personal standard, which were very difficult to achieve, which were difficult for the common man to reach, and therefore the project could not provide the expected result. However, this project was very good, but due to this limitation, it was not completed. Then Firqa development scheme of the Madras state. Firqa means Firqa. What is Firqa? Firqa is a very technical word in the British India and especially in South India. Firqa means a part of land. We can say Firqa. Okay, it is by the Sri T. Prakasam. This is the government-sponsored scheme inspired from the Gram Swaraj of the Gandhiji. The major objective of this program was all around development of individual. To develop means of drinking water, irrigation and communication to develop cooperatives, village associations to improve animal husbandry, farming, to introduce khadi and cottage industry. The major limitation what we can say which is associated with this, these efforts were found restricted in scope and lacked coordination. And the scheme was also found ineffective owing largely to lack of direction, support and encouragement from the central authority. And one and last is the lack of financial support is also. Okay. Thank you, students. And if any question, then please ask.